Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Nowadays, there is a disease which is really affecting the people and also teasing them a lot. If you want to avoid of this disease, which is named as coronavirus, you need to follow the particular precautions which you are watching on a screen. So read them carefully and you need to follow these precautions in a serious manner. Wash your hands with a soap, eat healthy and avoid junk foods, exercise regularly, stay away at least 6 feet from the people, try to avoid of going to the public places, cover your mouth while sneezing or coughing. Perhaps this is the most important part. Thank you. And now we are going to start our second lecture. First, I would like to recapitulate what we studied some 1 or 2 days back. So you need to learn these numbers, which are very important to understand the concept of sets. So you need to learn these numbers by heart. Now we are moving towards our today's lecture, which is called as types of sets. So let's move to the next slide. As you are watching the lot of numbers on the screen, the first type of set is null set or empty set. Second one is finite set. Third one is infinite set. Fourth one is subset. Fifth one is proper subset. Sixth one is improper subset. Seventh one is power set. Eighth one is overlapping sets. Ninth one is disjoint sets. 10th one is equal sets. 11th one is equivalent sets. And the last, of course, the universal set. So in our today's lecture, we are going to skip subset, proper subset, improper subset, and power set. And we will discuss these 4 topics in our next lecture because it needs a proper explanation. So let's start with null set or empty set. Null set is a set which contains no element or elements. As you can see, few examples regarding it. As you can see, A and B set which do not contain any element as they are empty, as there is nothing written inside them. And remember one thing, the most important thing as you are watching the note, that you cannot write it as the 2 brackets and a sign of null set. It's absolutely wrong enough. So you can write either the 2 brackets or the circle with a cut. The next is finite and infinite sets. Finite set is one which has both first and the last element. Remember, it has countable number of elements. As you can see the examples, A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. In set A, 1 is the first element and 4 is the last element. In set B, small a is the first element and small z the last element. It doesn't make any difference if you are watching the dots between C and Z. They are still finite because the first element is A and the last element is Z. Now in example C, as you can see, the first element is 100. It's a reversible counting, you must say. And the last number to the reversible counting is 1. Let's move to infinite set. Infinite set is one which do not have first or last element or both. It has uncountable number of elements. Example, as you see the first element in set A, but there's no last element. Just like B, the first element is missing and the last element is 0. In C, both the first and the last elements are not present. So I would like to tell you one more thing. The number of hairs on human head, they are infinite. You cannot count them. The number of stars in the constellation or in any galaxy, are also infinite. You cannot count them. So let's move to the next topic. Overlapping and disjoint sets. If at least one or more than one element is common between two or more than two sets, that is called as overlapping sets. You can see the examples. If A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to 3, 4, 5, the common between them is 3. 3 is the element which is present in both A and both also B. In the second example, A is equal to ABCD and B is equal to ACB, and there is also a common between them, that is A and C. Remember one thing, more than one common can exist. Now, the disjoint set. If nothing is common between two or more than two sets, then it is called as disjoint sets. You can see the examples. There is nothing common between the example number 1, AB, and example number 2, A intersection B is null set. Next is equal and equivalent sets. The two or more than two sets in which the number of elements are same, the elements are same. You can see the example. A is equal to 1, 2, 4 and B is equal to 4, 1, 2. As A is equal to B, because the number of elements in A are 3 and number of elements in B is also 3. And that's what is written in A. The same is written in B. It doesn't make any difference if they are unordered. So 1, 2, 4 is written in A and also 1, 2, 4 written in B. They are called equal sets, and also 3 elements in A and 3 elements in B. Now, the equivalent sets, the two or more than two sets in which the number of elements are same, the most important thing. And the elements are not same. You can see the examples. If A set has AVZ and B set ABY, so A is not equal to B because both the conditions are not satisfied. Remember one thing, the first one of both the definition, the points are same, and the second points are different. Now the next topic. Universal set. The universal set from which all the other sets are constructed. You can see the example. A is the main set. It consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B is 1, 2, 3. C 1, 4, 5, 6. And D 3, 5, 6. E 1, 6. So B, C, D, and E are taken from A. So A will be called as universal set of B, C, D, E, and also superset. Whereas B, C, D, E are subsets of A. Remember one thing, F is not a subset of A because 9 is not contained in A. So, dear children, I have a feeling that you have understood the concept of types of sets. And remember one thing, you need to do regular practice, the assignments, and then the quiz, and you need to do mathematics for daily at least 3 hours as you all are at your home. Thank you very much, and inshallah our next topic will be subset, power set, proper subset, and improper subset. Take care all of you. Allah Hafiz.